I don't understand, why are we prioritizing the world's sickest people? I mean, I have nothing against sick people. I just think if we're going to have immigration, surely we should choose the people that are in our interest, because we're going to have to say no to most of the world. Why don't we choose the best?
Right. I mean, there's just so many problems, Ezra, with this policy and with the general approach that the Trudeau government takes towards immigration. So, we're talking about people who are going to cause, that the government considers will cost an excessive burden on our social services and on our health services. Ezra, this change, they're literally amending the definition of those words so that they can change this policy and raising the threshold. It doesn't really add up as to, the point of our immigration system is supposed to be about boosting the economy, boosting the number of workers who can pay for Canada's socialist healthcare services and our social welfare net. And then at the same time, the Trudeau government now wants to bring in the world's sickest people, neediest people, not through our refugee category, but through our mainstream immigration program. And the worst part of all of it, Ezra, was that in the committee, the report that they produced, it showed that the government had not done any estimates or any calculations as to how much this program will cost Canadians. They don't know how much it will cost to administer it, how much the changes will cost, whether or not it will create a huge surge of people who are sick all over the world wanting to come to Canada for our free healthcare. The government hasn't done any of that work. They've just sort of clumsily introduced these changes, hoping that no one will notice.
Yeah, I mean, the cost of catastrophic care, of a heart transplant, of a serious AIDS patient, the medical care, there are health problems that can cost $1 million. And if we have that $1 million, I suppose there's two ways we could spend it. We could spend it on Canadians who are citizens, who have the right to be here, who have paid into the healthcare system. Or if we wanted to do good in the world, we could give, I don't know, foreign aid. Or we could choose as many foreigners as possible to benefit under some other system, but to simply say, bring from the 7 billion people in the world, the sickest people here, and just drain all our money. And I just don't even understand it. I mean, the world has an unlimited supply of illness, and these people have no particular moral claim. You say they're not even refugees. They're just sick. And this is Ahmed Hassan's way of saying, yeah, free stuff in Canada, provinces will pay for it. Yeah, what's the rationale? I don't even understand it, because even if you wanted to do the most good possible, this doesn't do that. I just don't get it, Candace. What's the rationale?
Well, I think this is a perfect example, a perfect case of special interest groups in Ottawa lobbying the government, a small, narrow group of people pushing for their clients or their special interest, getting the ear of liberal politicians in Ottawa. And you notice the way that they announced this. It was like it had been some social justice victory. Like after 40 years of one policy, the government is now opening its doors to people who have disabilities and severe illnesses, as if it was some kind of a breakthrough to celebrate. Well, the reality is that most Canadians are pretty open to immigration in general, but it's things like this, Ezra, that are clearly just taking advantage of our generosity, that are going to end up displacing Canadians. Canadians, elderly Canadians who have paid in the system, paid taxes, done exactly what they were supposed to do their entire lives, to fund this system. And they're going to show up to the emergency room and be displaced by someone who just got off a plane from somewhere, isn't a Canadian, but that's no longer a problem because our healthcare system apparently is open to all.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.